Today on the Fixit Shed, I want to take a look at the lock on this Ford Focus. So I'm doing things a little bit out of order on this Focus because I'm waiting for garage space, I'm waiting for parts, whatever. But let's see if we can take a look at this today and get this key to turn. All right, to start off with, we're just gonna try and get this lock out. There's a little cap underneath here, which you might be able to get your fingernail underneath, yeah, and pop out. And then there is a torque screw in there. I believe it's a T20 torque screw. We can loosen that and then take the lock out. There it is. All right, I'm just gonna loosen that. And it does stay attached. It's a captive screw, so you don't have to worry about dropping it inside the door. There we go. All right, let's go take a look at the lock. All right, let's see about getting this cover off. All right, so that worked. But, all right, so let's see if we can get this little snap ring off. There you go. Now, that comes off, and that comes off. So it looks like there's a little tab in here that maybe, yeah, that comes up. Okay, so there is a pin or tab over here that needs to come out, and one back here, down here, that needs to come out. So this one on this side slides sideways. All right, I don't know if you can see, like, I can't see it, that pin is moving, but let's see, I wonder if I can go down this way. There it goes. So push that in, and hopefully you can see it pushed it out a little bit here. Let's see if I can push a little bit more. No, can't quite get in there. Ah, there we go. Got it out. Okay. All right, now I'm going to try and get the other side out. So I'm going to turn this so that that little opening is 180 degrees away. And let's see if I can get down there with this. So let's see if I can push. Well, needs to be just a little bit thinner than that. About one of these little screwdrivers. There we go. All right, so let's see if I can show that started to come out. See if I can grab it with the tweezers. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now I should be able to move this out. Yep. Okay, so now, let's see. If I put the key in here, right, that's going to hold all of the, I don't know what they're called, tumblers or whatever in there. And then I should be able to pull this out. Yeah. And as you can see, like some of these are sticking up. So that's why they're not turning. Yeah, so this is obviously not the right key for this lock. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this very well or not. Let's see. Let's try to do that. Alright, so, you know, with the key in, these little tabs should all be flush. You know, like this one will push in, this one will push in, this one won't. You know, so some of these are not lined up, obviously, because it's the wrong key. But it looks like I might be able to switch a few of them around. There are a couple that look okay. Like, let's see. You know, this one is okay. And this one is okay. But, you know, some of these that stick up, if I could swap them with something that sticks up an equal distance on the other side, then they might be okay. So we might try that. Let's see. I think I can actually swap these two. This one and this one. And it looks like it might... Those two look like the same, but in opposite directions. So if I swap them, they might work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some tape, and I'm going to tape the rest of this so that these don't pop out. Just the ones that I want to pop out. Alright, now very carefully pull the key out. And you want to be careful because these will just fall out and there's a spring in there and you don't want to lose stuff. Okay, so now let's pull this one. Okay. And then I'm going to pull this one. Okay. And then this is going to go in on this side. He's trying to be so careful. Okay. Alright, now let's try putting the key back in. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, so I've removed all the ones that I think look seriously bad. This one might not be good. So you might be able to see, you know, this is a little bit shinier, a little brass piece there, and there might be one or two on this side. So what I did was I just took a file and I filed them down a little bit so that they were flush when this key is inserted. So now, when I put this in, oops, wrong way. There we go. So now I can turn the lock. So what I've effectively done is I've made it so that more keys will fit this lock, you know, because there's not as many of the tumblers or whatever in there. And I could possibly try and go back and match these up and make a few more of them, but I've got 4 in there. So it's, you know, it's not 0. You know, I've got, you know, I've made it so that more keys fit, but it's not, I shouldn't say 0. I've made it so that more keys fit, but it's not all keys, right? So I have, you know, right now it doesn't turn, and this is a key, a different key from a Fiesta that fits in there, but it won't turn. So, you know, odds are that nobody with a close enough key is going to try it in my lock. Right? Most people don't anyway, they just use the buttons, but this is only for emergency use. So, but I may go through and try and see if I can make any of these others work in the slots, but we'll see. All right, let's see if we can get this back together. So that's in. So let's put this pin from the back in first. I don't know why they called that the back, but it kind of looks like the back to me. In. I think that's in. No, it's not in. Okay, that's in. All right, now let's slide the other side in. Okay, that's in place. If I put that in there, there we go. Okay, we're okay. Okay, that's back in place. So now I can put this back on. Okay, and I just need the snap ring to go back on there. Snap ring pliers would make this job much easier. There we go. That is snapped into place. Good. All right. That's looking good. Okay, we just need this back on. All right, now we can go install it back on the car. All right, let's get the lock back in there. So that just fits into place. Pull the handle out, and we just got to find that Torx screw and tighten it. There we go. Okay. Find my cap. That's back in place. It's not right. So this goes forward, which locks it, but it doesn't go backwards to unlock it, so that doesn't actually do any good. Yeah, it just needs to be filed a little bit better so that it turns in that direction, I think. It just doesn't want to turn that way. This is the way it needs to go back together. Boom. But it doesn't want to go that way. Alright, I'll put this with this. Why won't you go that way? There it goes. Now we got full range of motion. All kinds of pieces everywhere, and that clip is gone. Alright, by some miracle I did find that clip and got it back together, put the cap back on. Let's go put it back on the car again. Alright. Alright, it's on. So it locks, unlocks. Alright, locks, unlocks. Key works. Alright, so I got the lock working. Is it less secure than it was before? Probably a little bit. So even in fully functioning locks, there are multiple keys out there that will work in a lock. There's only a finite number of key positions. You know, there's 9 tumblers, I guess. And you know, so there's a limited number. So there are multiple keys out there, or there are keys out there that will fit multiple cars. So and I figure if somebody wants to steal the car and the key happens to work, their key happens to work in the door, it's not going to work in the ignition because the chip won't start it, and it probably won't even turn because that still has the full complement of tumblers. And if somebody wants to steal something out of the car, they're not going to sit there and try and unlock the door. They're just going to smash the window, grab what they want, and take off. You can go out and buy a kit with all those little tabs in them, you know, that you could make, you know, get them to fit your key. I'm not really worried about it with this car. I don't think that these focuses are very highly sought after to steal. So I think this car is probably pretty secure. You know, it's a little bit less than it was before, but I don't know that, you know, anybody's going to steal it. But at any rate, got the key working on this car. So if you got something out of this, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help this channel out, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.